we come with that heat, we got skip on the.
And we are back once again, this time hopefully better than ever. We've got the audio working. I resized the intro, and the Texans, in the 5 seconds we were off, just scored again. The score now 24-6, and with 3 minutes to go, it is all but decided. Woody Marks just ran it up the middle into the end zone, and Public Fades is 1-2 in the wild card weekend. What can I say? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Griff on Zoom. Welcome in Jacob as well. It'll flip to him when he opens his mouth, I think. I've got it set up that way at least. But Griff, how we feeling about the Steelers' effort, or maybe just the Texans' dominance over the Steelers tonight?
Fully that Texans defense, man. I hate to say it, but a defense might carry them through another game or two.
Yeah, I can see that. The winner of this game, it's been decided they're going to New England next week. That should be on Sunday. But I don't think the Steelers have a shot of coming back in this one, and I don't think they've got a shot to even cover the 3.5. So it was kind of a public weekend to be betting. I mean, it was 70% of the money was on Chicago in the Green Bay game. Obviously, we saw what happened there. What was yesterday? The Bills were most of the money was on the Jags. They ended up winning. The Bills did. And then the afternoon game was 50-50 on the money. Last night, most of the money was on the Chargers to cover their 3.5 against the Patriots to cover their 3.5 against the Chargers. And then again tonight. So a tough weekend to bet against the public, I'll tell you that. But guess what?
Are you counting it towards your regular season or what?
I mean, we'll
All
see.
time?
We'll see. I don't know if I'll probably have like a regular season and then a overall after the playoffs are done. But 40, 41, and 23 in the regular season's pretty good. But
yeah,
1-2 in the playoffs. I mean, we're gonna have to come back better than ever next week. And with the games going less and less going forward, I was really hoping to get off to a good start this week, but we'll just see what happens. We got 4 games next week. The divisional round is pretty much already set, but before we get into that, we can kind of just go through the wild card weekend that started off not yesterday, but Saturday with the Rams and the Panthers. And I went live Saturday night after the Green Bay game. I guess we can get into that as well here in a second. But I've already kind of given my thoughts about that. Jacob, I see the smirk you got on your face now. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. I know.
What?
I know you just like to rage bait me.
Well, it's because it's so easy. Like, that people don't like to rage bait when it. Oh, maybe some people do when it's really hard. But, if you're just me smirking at the Chicago Bears comeback, that was rage bait. So it's like that's pretty funny.
Yeah, but with the Rams and Panthers, I mean, Carolina gave a valiant effort against Los Angeles, and the line was set at 10.5. I think it was 50-something%, maybe 52, 53% of the public was on Carolina to cover 10.5, which ended up happening, and they almost even won outright, which is pretty impressive for the Panthers.
Yeah.
And they started off down 14-0, were able to come back and make it 17-14 at half, and took the lead not once but twice, and Aaron Rodgers just threw an interception. And the Texans are running it back to the 20, down to the 15, 10-5, and a touchdown. Yep, this one's over, ladies and gentlemen. This one's over. 31-6 now, pending the extra point with 2:30 to go. This is probably Aaron Rodgers' last game. I might shed a tear tonight. Jacob is in the chat while in the in the video as well. Hey everyone, friendly reminder to keep chat respectful and follow the channel rules. Let's keep it fun for all. J Fizzle in parentheses mod. Yeah, crazy play there for the Texans defense though. So is this more of the Steelers just fumbling the bag in this game, or is this just Texans are absolutely that dominant, especially defensively, only allowing 6 points on the board?
They are. I mean, without their defensive touchdown, what is it going to be? 17-6, which is still like, it's still out of reach, of course. But...
2 defensive touchdowns we've seen tonight. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, wow. Well, I think I'm a little behind. Maybe. But, oh, yeah, I am. Wow. I just saw that. 3 minutes left. Wow. So, obviously, it's going to be 31-6. I mean, half their points have come from the defense. C.J. Stroud didn't play that great tonight. I mean, most of his job has been managed. Exactly. It's been mostly just handing the ball off. But is their run game usually this good?
I just think the Steelers' defense has been their Achilles heel all season. They had a good game last week against the Ravens, especially if you take out those 2 big pass plays from Lamar to I think it was Zay Flowers, maybe both times, and then another big pass to Isaiah Likely to set him up for that field goal that was missed. But yeah, the extra point is now no good, so we're holding at 30. We've seen a lot of missed kicks this weekend, or maybe that's just me paying attention to it because I'm scarred emotionally from Green Bay. But back to the Rams and Panthers game. Valiant effort, like I said, from Carolina. Griffin, were you able to watch that one at all? What did you think about Bryce Young and Matt Stafford's performances?
I was able to see bits and pieces of it, but honestly, I felt like the Panthers had it there in the end, but then they ended up just falling way short because, Stafford drives down the field and just throws an absolute dime to go up with 30 seconds left. And it's just completely changes that game on ahead.
That game,
you gotta think that, and the Panthers too, or the Panthers are pretty inexperienced, right? Like they're one of the youngest teams. So, I mean, you got the Rams are. I mean, you got Matthew Stafford. It's going to be hard to beat experienced quarterback like that. So for them to cut it that close, I mean, that's a good sign for their team moving forward. I think, even though the Rams have kind of fallen off a little bit since their the first opening games of the season, it's still a good team. So,
man, they're giving A-Rod career stats right now on the screen. His helmet is not on. Does not look like A-Rod's about to take another snap. So his last play of his career, something that he's done, I think you can count on both hands how many times this play has happened against A-Rod. A pick 6 in his last game, in his last play of his last game, if this is the curtain call for A-Rod. I'm hoping not. I'm a big Raji guy, but he's truly Brett Favre. I mean, this is how Brett Favre went out too, and this is how Jordan Love's gonna go out at some point.
To see if only A-Rod would have went to the Vikings. If only.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't. Definitely glad he didn't do that. But then Saturday night, and I've already talked about this, I've kind of come around to the emotion, kind of leaving my mind, leaving my thoughts. But Green Bay, just an absolute collapse, was up 21-3 at halftime, and couldn't get it done. Just couldn't get it done. 4 straight punts to come out of start the second half. Couple touchdowns, or 1 touchdown there late, and a couple touchdowns from Chicago after really just Green Bay's defense was bend but don't break all night, and then Chicago finally broke the seal with DeAndre Swift and then DJ Moore down the sideline taking a 31-27 lead. You got 2 missed field goals from Brandon McManus. You got a missed extra point from Brandon McManus. Chicago also converted a 2-point conversion. If that doesn't happen, Green Bay has a shot at a field goal to win the game, which probably wasn't going to go in either way. But
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So
hey, that one pass. Okay, so first of all, Jordan Love, he had a good game. I just like to give you crap, but he really did have a good game.
Career game.
That fourth down conversion was clutch at the end on that drive.
To Matthew Golden.
Wasn't expect. Yeah, dude. He's just a smooth operator. It's really that simple. But man, that pass by Caleb Williams, he was like about to get tackled. He was getting swarmed in. I think that's when you're talking about on the sideline. I don't know if it was a fourth down. Was it? I don't know.
There was one fourth down conversion where he was rolling out, about to get tackled, and was just like off 1 foot, super unbalanced. Caleb Williams played down the sideline to Rome Odunze to convert, and then that's what set up that last touchdown.
That's it. That's just like raw talent. You know. Being able to do that, that's skill and talent. But like I said, Jordan Love had a great game. It's more of, the missed extra points and the missed field goals that really does hurt.
Yeah.
I feel like the last play, I know it was desperation, but I feel like there could have been a better way to end it on that.
So on one of the big plays that Green Bay had to get down the field, there were, I think, 32 seconds on the clock. And then our center goes down, so that's a 10-second runoff because we didn't have any more timeouts. And then 2 plays later, we're at the last play of the game, and there's a bad snap, or Jordan Love didn't control the snap. I really don't know what happened exactly, but that definitely set him behind the 8 ball on whatever design was called up, because he had to kind of get the ball, recoup, figure out what's going on, and try to evade some people. But with Chicago only bringing 3 guys on the rush, dropping 8 all in the end zone, it's just, I would have loved to see him throw it to Christian Watson regardless of what was going on in the end zone. But he just tried to make a play, and he did try to hit Christian Watson a couple plays earlier, and for some reason C-Dub only went up with one hand when we've seen him go up and have some really, really strong catches, especially this season, but really throughout his whole career. He's a big physical wide receiver and can really, really go up and get those catches. But tough loss for Green Bay. I've kind of come around to wanting to keep Matt LaFleur. Wanting to, because I feel like, man, hear me out. And this is a big if. But if Green Bay can stay healthy, we're about to see a revenge tour that has never been seen before next year. And hopefully we get Chicago week 1, because I want to see Chicago week 1. But, we'll see what happens. Still a couple weeks to go. We'll see if Chicago can beat the Rams. But
honestly, though, does it not hurt worse that it was like just an insane choke job? Like, obviously injuries have hurt you all year, but y'all were up so much, and like it's one thing to say injuries and like you go out and you lose, like you get blown out completely, and it's not even close. But like y'all had the advantage. Like it's basically like starting a game of basketball at 21 and like, hey, I'm spotting you 17. I'll spot you 19 points right here, and choking that. Am I crazy for saying that?
Yeah, part of me, you could look at it and be like, man, I'd rather lose just getting blown out 4 quarters. But it's unfortunate. It really is. And especially what I said the other night is the thing I'm the most mad about is the fact that the cheese grater hats are going to stick. They're going to be a thing. And it pisses me off.
And Caleb Williams.
Yeah. There's not much I got to say.
See, bro,
he stuck his tongue out.
That.
Go ahead, Griff.
Bro, it's so cringy, dude. Like, I'm all for, rivalries and doing whatever you do to make the other team mad, but nah, dude, that was corny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Really corny, but I mean, what do you expect from the Chicago Bears? But congrats.
If you're
to them.
if you're the Packers, just don't let them be in this situation to whip out the cheese graters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't
It's like
much,
planting a flag.
wasn't much cheese being grated in the first half, and then Chicago just hangs around, is able to kick a couple field goals, and when you're holding them to field goals, already up 18, and all they can do is kick 2 field goals to make it 21-9. It's like, yeah, I'd like to see some points on the board. I'd like to see us move the ball, but at least they're not scoring touchdowns here. But those field goals are what was able to set them up to be able to score those touchdowns and win the game.
Yeah.
But we can move on. We can move
Heck of a
on
game,
from this
though.
game.
I mean, one of the best games of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Objectively, not even just like from a fan standpoint, like legit, just a comeback story. Choke job. 2 quarterbacks going at it, like 2 really good quarterbacks. I mean, it was a good game.
Well, this game is now final. Texans 30, Steelers 6. Aaron Rodgers is getting filmed walking through the tunnel for maybe the last time. He just dapped up MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and former Green Bay Packer teammate of his. And, yeah, I think, going out like this, Aaron Rodgers has had a lot of fun this year, but this might be it.
1 ring, too. He's so talented. And, I mean, you can't. That's still a championship, of course, but you want to see him have another one, I think.
Oh, I would love to. And he had a couple different opportunities where either his defense or special teams cost him games in the playoffs. I mean, there is a stat. I can't remember exactly what the stat is, but you look at Brady's record in the playoffs, and then you look at, I think it's whenever your team scores 35 or 40 points in the playoffs, Brady has like maybe 2 or 3 games total that they reached that many points in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers reached that point like a number of times and only a couple wins. Like, it's insane. I wish I could remember that stat off the top of my head. But, yeah, so that was Saturday. And then yesterday started off with the Bills and the Jags, which I thought was a very good game. I was really excited for it. I had Bills money line on public fades and wasn't feeling good about it throughout the game until Josh Allen has a 12-yard tush push that sets him up 1st and goal pretty much at the 1, and was able to punch that one in to win the game.
Almost had a tush push from the 5-yard or 10-yard line.
Yeah, it was a long one.
Well, he did. It just wasn't a touchdown.
Yeah, that's what set him up for the 2nd tush push. And there was a point in that game where Allen threw the ball and hit his hand on a defender. I don't remember if it was a helmet or what. But
it was.
Yeah, that always makes me cringe. I can't imagine just full force throwing the ball and then just smacking your hand on a helmet like that. But the Bills were able to get that win. And then yesterday afternoon, it was the 49ers, beaten, battered, and bruised, going into Philly and coming out with a win. George Kittle tears his Achilles. Just another one.
Yeah, another one got him.
But you know who has a perfect passer rating in multiple playoff games? The only player to have a perfect passer rating in multiple playoff games. You know who that is?
I'm going to guess it's Brock Purdy since you're asking.
Nope.
Who?
Vol for life, Jawan Jennings. Let's go. Let's go.
I saw that reel. Wow, on Instagram when they collaborated with that. I didn't even think of that because he has 2 complete passes on 2 attempts.
2 attempts, 2 completions, 2 touchdowns. 1 in the Super Bowl. And if the 49ers would have won that Super Bowl, Jawan Jennings, in my eyes, was the Super Bowl MVP that game. I would have loved to see that.
What's funny is my girlfriend's dad. He had a bet on Juwan Jennings being the Super Bowl MVP. Obviously, no one knew what would come of it, but he had the passing touchdown, the receiving touchdown. I mean, it would have come to fruition if they won. But
Man,
dang it, the Chiefs!
What a bet that would have been. I bet that payout would have been nice.
yeah. But hey, that's awesome, man. Juwan Jennings, he's cold. He was wincing versus the Seahawks. They were, you know, like you said, they've been banged up all year dealing with injuries. But I had a feeling that that the 49ers will win essentially because of the quarterback play. That's what I said on the podcast last week. I mean, you look at what Brock Purdy has to play with. I mean, obviously he has some weapons, but he is actually a good game manager. And Jalen Hurts just, I don't know, man. He's just not.
He's not that guy, pal.
I know, and I've always been like a Jalen Hurts believer too. Like, I think he was decent, but it's just like whenever you need a quarterback to either manage or make plays, I just don't think he's that guy. So that's what I thought it would come down to, and it did. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And A.J. Brown's kind of just a diva. He's not really doing much for them other than causing controversy in the locker room. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they let go of him. And who knows? Maybe he goes somewhere and becomes prime A.J. Brown again. But you see this happen time and time again, and it's not everybody on the team. But whenever a team wins a Super Bowl, their heads just get so big, they explode. It's insane. And like you see that with the Eagles, and it is like really hard to win multiple Super Bowls consecutive. It's very hard to do that. Now I understand the Chiefs did it a couple years ago. They were going for the three-peat last year is what it was. And it's hard enough to get to the Super Bowl. It's hard enough to win one. It's hard enough to go back the very next year and do the same thing. And the Chiefs have, they take a lot of crap, but they were able to do that and in a very professional manner, like a very down-to-earth, like as a team, this is just our expectation. This is nothing new to us. And then you see a team like the Eagles and the season that they've had this year. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, and, their fans just – Philly fans suck, dude. Philly fans suck. I don't know if y'all – I mean, they're just nasty people. They're just nasty. Like, there was a video of a bunch of San Francisco fans walking into the stadium yesterday, and behind a gated fence, Philly fans were dog cussing them. They were flipping them off. They were throwing beer cups at them, like solo cups.
Not all Philly fans.
Not all Philly fans, okay? And I'm sure there are a lot of teams or a lot of people associated with every team. There are Packers fans that'll do this. There are Titans fans. I don't know about Titans fans. Titans fans have nothing to brag about. But,
I didn't know there were Titans fans.
I went to a Packers game last year when they were in Nissan Stadium, and it was like 70% Packers fans. It really made me feel bad, honestly. Like, I felt bad. But anyways, so the Eagles lose to the 49ers. Tough game, a really hard-fought game for San Francisco, and now they're going to be going to Seattle next weekend.
They're about to get that belt again. I mean, too easy. If I'm Seattle, I'm like, too easy. I got to rest and I get to play the 49ers again.
Hey, it is hard. It's hard to beat a good team twice, but or
it's
three
hard,
times.
Bro. I have like such a look, that saying can be true, but that's like when like two great teams are clashing at, like literally the Seahawks put the absolute whooping on them the first time. And so you're going to tell me that the 49ers have a better chance to beat them since they're playing a second time? I mean, maybe. I don't know.
No George Kittle this game for sure.
Exactly. It was so dominant too. It's not even like it was like if it was like back and forth 2017, on a field goal, then yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's a home game too. So, and you got to admit Sam Darnold's one of the coldest quarterbacks this year. Even though Seattle does run it most of the time, he's been really good this year. So,
yeah, Sam Darnold looks pretty good. But last night, you know who didn't look? You can't even say Justin Herbert didn't look good. I mean, everybody around Justin Herbert looked bad last night. And it was a tough game, and I think that the Patriots are really good. Their defense had, I don't know if it was just the right game plan or they're just that much better than the Chargers, but they made the Chargers look like a middle school team, especially the Patriots defense. Only 3 points on the board all game. Justin Herbert fighting for his life in the pocket, always getting hit. They can't run the ball. His receivers aren't catching the ball. Keenan Allen is just an extra man on the field. I mean, he wasn't doing nothing last night. It was very, very
he had that Tony Snell stat line. Bro's getting cardio out there.
Yeah, he had one catch where it was a good first down pickup, but there were a couple of drops that he had, a couple of plays where he looked like he was just jogging. I mean, I would hate to be a Chargers fan watching that game, but I kind of was a Chargers fan last night because we had them plus 3.5. But yeah, tough weekend to bet against the public. But yeah, so the Patriots move on. They will host another game next week, and then the game tonight to wrap up the wild card weekend. Steelers lose to the Texans 30-6. And what is probably, if I had to say, Aaron Rodgers' last game. Last play of his last game, pick 6. Something that he has done probably less than 10 times in his whole career, which is pretty crazy.
You want to make a bet?
What? What's the bet?
A pack of Dew.
A pack of Dew?
A pack of Diet Dew. How about that? That's what Skip and Shannon used to do, right?
Okay. What's the bet, though?
If Aaron Rodgers will retire, I don't think he will.
You don't think he does?
Why not?
I mean, whether he does or doesn't, we're not going to know for months. I mean, that's just what Aaron Rodgers does. He keeps people lingering around, tries to be the center of attention during the offseason, but he does some weird things during the offseason. He's very vague. He doesn't like to tell people what he's doing. And he's
a last-minute signing versus, for the Steelers.
Yeah, and then whenever there were a couple of times with the Packers where he was contemplating retirement, and then he was contemplating retirement before he went to the Jets, and that was something that he announced on the Pat McAfee show, and I think that's the year that he went on that darkness retreat and was just AWOL for 2 or 3 days, and the Packers front office was trying to get a hold of him, FaceTime him, call him something, and he wasn't able to they weren't able to get in contact with him because he was just in a dark room. No technology, no lights, no nothing.
I saw an interview where he was talking about it. It seemed pretty cool, and he didn't seem to make it seem like too big of a deal. Just went ahead and did it,
Yeah. But so yeah, we're not gonna know anything about Aaron Rodgers for a couple months, if I had to guess. But I think that this is it.
You think Griff? Do you think he's retiring or no?
I think he's retiring. I hate to be that guy, Skyler, but he's walking off into the ashwagandha sunset.
Ashwagandha on some ayahuasca. So let's just go ahead, and we're not gonna stay on this or stay live for too long tonight, boys. But we have 4 games next weekend: 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, and it looks like they're already set in stone with the time. So this could be wrong, but what I'm looking at looks like it's correct. So it'll get started off 4:30 Saturday afternoon. We got the Bills at the Broncos. Pick'em favorites for Buffalo. How are we feeling about this one?
Give me Buffalo.
Buffalo.
That's all I needed to see with them beating Jacksonville.
Buffalo at Mile High. We got 69% of the money on the Broncos. I just feel like this is, if Josh Allen's going to do what Josh Allen does, if he's going to get it done in the postseason, this is the one he's got to get it done with,
Oh, gosh. Denver's defense is so good, though. You know
They are, but we saw what happened when Jacksonville went up there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Gosh, give me Buffalo. It's a close game though, just like it was with Jacksonville.
Okay. And Griff, what'd you say about this one?
Oh, I said give me Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I'll take them by more than 3.
More than 3. All right.
I'm still convinced Denver's a bunch of frauds.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Griff. I really am. I've been saying that for a few weeks now. But then Saturday night, we've got the 49ers at the Seahawks. 53% of the money is on San Francisco. Saturday night. The line, though, is 7.5, Jacob. 7.5. Just 2 weeks ago, when this was at San Francisco, the line was 1.5 for Seattle. Now it's 7.5 at home. Normally, it's like a 3-point swing. So if it was a neutral site, they'd say it'd be like -4. So maybe this is about right. If it was neutral site, it would be -4.5. And now that it's at home, it's -7.5.
I'm just wondering what San Francisco can do differently. You know, they were completely shut down. Completely. Yeah. So, I don't know.
They had something going yesterday, but that Seahawks defense, I think, is better than Philly's defense. And it's at home. 7.5 just seems like too many points, though. It just does.
But it was a pretty bad. Well, the thing is, like, it was a pretty bad beatdown, but they didn't score that many points, right? Wasn't it like 13-3?
Yep, it was 13-3. And San Francisco had a couple of drives where they were moving the ball pretty well, got into the red zone once or twice, kicked a field goal once, I think at the beginning of the game, and then that pass to Christian McCaffrey that just kind of went through his hands and got intercepted. But at the same time, Seattle had a couple of chances where they could have kicked field goals and added to the lead, and either went for it on 4th down and didn't get it or something like that. But
I'm torn on that, man. I think Seattle will cover 7.5. Yeah. I know it's a lot, but I don't know. I just have a feeling that's what it would be. I chose San Francisco last week because I thought they would beat they'd beat the Eagles, but this time Seattle's just so good, so dominant, and with George Kittle out, that's a big piece right there. So.
What if Jawan Jennings lines up at quarterback, though? He's got a perfect passer rating.
I was about to say, then they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Then we get set up at 1 o'clock on Sunday. We got the Rams at the Bears. Rams -3.5 on the road. 60% of the money is on Chicago.
This may turn out just like the Packers game, where like the Rams kind of get a little bit of a lead to start, and then Chicago they'll do their thing, but I don't know if they'll win that one.
Let me say this: Matt LaFleur's brother is a coordinator for the Rams. Sean McVay is the head coach of the Rams. He's one of Matt LaFleur's best friends. He was in his wedding. You think they've been on the phone past couple days? Hey, this is what works. This is what doesn't work. This is the game plan you need to stop Caleb Williams.
Hey, you need to go up 28-3 rather than 21-3.
Yeah.
Is that how the phone conversation went?
I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass now.
Make sure not to choke a 3 touchdown lead, nearly three touchdowns. Yeah, I think that'll probably help you win.
Yeah.
I bet that's probably how it went, right?
Probably. Maybe.
Gosh, I should have been an actor, bro. I mean, like, literally, that's exactly probably how it went down. Like, am I Matt LaFleur or his brother or some shit? Probably.
Yeah. So, Griff, let's go ahead and get your opinion so Jacob will stop talking.
The rage bait. I'm being serious.
I hate to say it.
Go ahead, Griff.
I hate to say it, but I'm gonna take the Bears.
Bears plus 3.5 or Bears money line?
The LaFleurs are on the phone talking about hotel rooms in Cancun.
Oh,
I'm gonna go 3.5.
That's awesome. That's great. Yeah,
So-
I'm in the. I think I'm going to go with the Rams this time. I think I'm going to go with the Rams.
I'm kind of leaning the Rams
I
too.
I chose Bears to win last game. I'm kind of switching up on my day ones. So, but the thing is, I don't know if Chicago used up all their magic, but like you said, like what is there to learn from? It's literally don't choke,
Yeah,
But,
that's fair.
the Rams have a pretty good offense, a good enough offense to get out ahead even more. And aren't they less injured than the Packers?
I would think so. It'd be hard to be more injured than the Packers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I do think once the Packers get healthy, and if they can stay healthy next year, it's going to be a revenge tour for the ages. And hopefully we get Chicago week 1. And what about – I just don't like Ben Johnson, man. He's just such a little kid out there, dude. Did you see the handshake or the lack of handshake?
Didn't Matt I've seen that Matt LaFleur did the same thing to Ben Johnson at the very beginning of the year. Am I mistaken?
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as the one a couple nights ago. I mean, you got to at least look a man in the eyes.
Okay. Well.
No, you're kind of right, though. I am leaning.
I didn't see it. I'm just saying. That's what the comments were saying. So it's like
these two guys just don't like each other. They just don't.
That's perfect. That's like a perfect rivalry then. Like
yeah,
rent free too.
I just wish the season started next week, because this is about to be a long off season.
Don't worry. Once the Rams beat the Bears, then maybe the Bears and Packers can battle it for 7th place or something.
Maybe. I don't think that's how it works, but I mean maybe. Yeah, I'm leaning a little bit towards the Rams right now. We'll have public fades coming out later this week. And then Sunday evening, this is kind of weird. I don't like the Sunday slate, like the times. We got 1 o'clock, and then we got 6:30. It's just kind of weird.
1 and 6:30?
Yeah. It'll be the now official Texans at the Patriots. Patriots minus 2.5 in that one, with 71% of the early money coming in on New England to cover 2.5.
Okay.
How do we feel about this one? The Texans are now on a 10-game winning streak, by the way.
That's kind of crazy, but
it is kind of crazy.
I'm kind of like Griffin. I think the Texans, and I'm not saying Griffin thinks it's about the Texans, but how he feels about Denver. I think they have a really awesome defense, but like you were saying too, Skylar, the offense is just bad. C.J. Stroud, he's not playing that good. Is that defense good enough to win them 1 or 2 games? Maybe. Kind of like what Griffin alluded to earlier, but New England is the team to beat. So give me New England.
Okay. New England minus 2.5. You're going with the public right now. 71% of the money. What about you, Griff? How you feeling?
Give me the Patriots, but I feel like it's going to be a close game. Ugly game, honestly. Probably, something like 17-13, something like that towards the end of the game. But Drake May will lead them to a victory.
All right. So y'all are both with the Jacob, did you say Patriots or Texans?
I want the Patriots. I think the Patriots will win, but I don't know. Like their Texans defense is so good. It's just I think you need to have a elite quarterback play. Not saying C.J. Stroud can't be that, but he ain't playing like it. And Drake May's on an insane season and an insane hot streak. So
yeah, I'm kind of with you. Unfortunately, I'm leaning against the public just because it's just kind of what I signed up for. So we'll see. But
10 games though, that's hot.
That's hot.
Real hot. That's real hot. That's crazy.
You're about to say something else. What is it?
Nothing.
You're gonna say it's sexy?
It is. You can't tell me. You can't tell me a 10-game win streak ain't that ain't nothing, But it's just
it's something. It's definitely something.
It's real.
All right, boys. So as we wrap up the wild card recap, let's just take a little bit of take a gander. All right, at the Super Bowl odds for the teams to win. Right now, leading the pack. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Do we want to go ahead and just make a bold prediction who's going to be there?
Exactly. So let me go through the odds real quick, and then we'll give our Super Bowl picks. We'll do one team from the NFC and AFC that'll meet, and then give the winner. So the teams we have left, we have the Seattle Seahawks leading the way, plus 290. Then the Rams, plus 320. Bills, plus 550. Patriots, plus 600. Texans, plus 800. Broncos, plus 850. That's low for Denver. That's low. Maybe that's because they're playing the Bills this week. Then the Bears, plus 1,200. 49ers rounded out at plus 1,900. So, Jacob, go ahead and give us your 2 picks and your one pick.
And sorry, just one thing to add in. The thing with Denver, they have that real home field advantage,
They do. It's tough to win there.
Imagine they keep winning, until the Super Bowl. That's something to consider. I think it's going to be Josh Allen. I think this is his year. Usually in all sports it happens. You get an MVP the prior year, regular season, then the next year you win. Just look at
except Lamar.
Yeah,
and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think I was it was like Giannis, in like basketball and Jokic, but regardless, I think it's gonna be Josh Allen. I think it's gonna be Seattle.
Bills and Seahawks. That'd be a good matchup.
I think the Bills will win, and I think it'll be close because the Seahawks have a really good defense, but Josh Allen, man, I think he's about to. I think this was the start of his master class run.
Yeah, I was saying that this could be his year, but the Jags were going to be a very tough matchup to go down there and win. And
I thought they were going to win.
Yeah, he ended up getting it done. So,
and like ice water type shit, like the way like that throw at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That was a really long pass. I forgot who it was to, but it was just insane. So I think he's clutch. And I think this is his chance. I think he knows it too. That's the thing.
You got to know it at this point.
And he's about to get married to Haley Steinfeld. So it's like, bro, you got to have a Super Bowl.
On and off the field.
Yeah, you
got to have a Super Bowl.
Yeah, maybe they already are married. I don't know. I know they're about to have a baby, but dude, he's gonna cap this off with a Super Bowl.
He's gonna have 2 rings by the end of the year. So Griff, what about you? What is your bold predictions going into the rest of the playoffs?
See, since Jacob went ahead and stole my answer, I'm gonna throw it back a little bit. Whoa. And say it's going to be Broncos and Seahawks.
Wait, what are you going to do real
quick? Bowl. 2013 vibes. Throw it back to 2013.
Okay. Broncos and Seahawks. That's not a bad pick.
So you're going
Seahawks.
You're going all chalk.
Just because I was going to say, I was going to say Bills, but just to keep it different than yours. Because that's fully what I think it would probably be.
Yeah. I just think it's
either going to be Broncos, Seahawks.
Yeah, well, just kind of like what we've been talking about. It's just like you got to have an elite quarterback. That's most of the time, unless everything works out perfect. Most of the time, you have to have an elite quarterback. And I think Josh, out of the ones that are already there, I think it's going to be Josh Allen. One of them is going to be there. And Bo Nix is not an elite quarterback. Brock Purdy, he's been playing really good. He's a game manager, but he's really
been hitting the Dougie.
Yeah, he's been hitting the Dougie. But I think it's gonna be Sam Darnold. I think their run game's really good, and he reminds me of like Mendoza almost. Like he's consistent, So I'm
going to I'm going to be a little bit different than both of you guys. I'm going to say it's going to be the Rams and it's going to be the Patriots.
I like that, though. I could see that happening.
Do I know who's going to win? Not really. But I will say these are two of the quarterbacks that lead the MVP race. So you talk about you need a really good quarterback play. And as much as I hate to say it, I don't hate to say this, Mike Vrabel is the best coach in the league. I do hate to say that I could see the Patriots winning it all. After last night.
You got to think of it as like a narrative, too. Like, you're going to have young buck Drake May. It's like his second year, ain't it?
Yeah, second year.
And versus Matthew Stafford. He's already been here. He's seasoned, of course. And it's the Patriots. And it's Los Angeles. You have a big market.
Yeah.
And then you have a storied franchise of the Patriots making a comeback with a new quarterback. So the NFL would certainly would love that. I'm
just not all the way sold on Seattle. Something about Sam Darnold, I feel like he's going to choke it up at some point. Matt Stafford, they could have easily lost on Saturday. They could have very easily lost to the Panthers. And the fact that they didn't, they were able to put that game away on a game-winning drive by Matt Stafford. That was kind of a wake-up call for them. I think they just kind of lollygagged and walked into that game. And now they're going to have to go to Chicago, and I feel like they're going to win that one. Probably meet up with Seattle or San Francisco, but it's probably going to be Seattle. And this is going to be a rematch of – they played twice this year. I think they both split 1-1, but that Thursday night football game just a few weeks ago where it went into overtime, just an absolute shootout. And the Rams with Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams – I think they're going to come out the NFC. And the Patriots, I mean, they're just, as far as the AFC goes, I think they're the most well-rounded team. I think the Broncos could lose to the Bills this week, and that'll set up the Patriots and Bills once again, their third matchup of the year, and it'll be in New England. And I don't see Mike Vrabel letting his team lose that game. But it could be, like you said, Josh Allen's year, and he gets it done. But I'm going to go with the Patriots and Rams, and I might switch my answer. I want the Rams to win that one. I do. I want Devontae to get his ring, man. Devontae Adams, I need him to get a ring. My favorite wide receiver of all time.
Well, you got to think Matthew Stafford having 2 rings, too.
Yeah, it puts him above A-Rod.
Ooh, would it all time?
Yeah.
Still mad about Stafford's first string.
Mad about
I'm saying
Stafford's
like
what? What was that, Griff?
Oh, I said I'm still a little mad about Stafford's first ring, but that's personal bias.
Yeah. When he beat the Bengals. Yeah, but I want to see Devontae Adams get that ring, man. I really do. Him and Puka Nacua out there out wide. Tyler Higbee at tight end. Then you got the dual-headed monster in the backfield, Blake Corum and Kyron Williams. I mean, and the Rams' defense is really good too. So I got the Rams and Patriots, and I'm going to switch my answer to the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
And you could potentially cap it off with the MVP with Stafford too.
True.
In this scenario. Like that would be like one of the all-time seasons. It would be one of the seasons of all time.
Yeah. All right, boys. We'll go ahead and start wrapping it up. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Any last words on this wild card weekend and going into the divisional round?
It's been a hell of a playoff so far, minus like 1 or 2 games. I think before last night when the Chargers when the Chargers lost to the Patriots, all the games prior were like single digits.
Yeah, 1-score games.
So
it was the Eagles.
That's pretty cool.
Eagles losing by 4. It was the Bills winning by 3. Bears won by 4, and
Rams.
Yeah, Rams won by 3. So yeah, it's been a really good slate. But what about you, Griff? Last words.
I'm going to say go Bills and go Hoosiers.
Okay, yeah. Who you got winning? Obviously, Griff's got the Hoosiers winning. What about you, Jacob? Next Monday
night. Miami. I've predicted Miami winning so far. So
wow, I had to just double take. That line is now up to 8.5 for Indiana, with 86% of the money on the Hoosiers. Boys.
I think Miami matches up perfect with them. If I'm being honest, like they're a slow, ground and pound, grind it out. Let's make it close. Indiana may lead by a touchdown in the fourth quarter, but the way Carson Beck played versus Ole Miss, scrambling, and their defense, like Ruben Bain, dude, I think it's a really good match.
Dog.
And exactly. And so I could either be very wrong, where it's like, I feel like it's going to be like an Indiana blowout, or it'll be ground and pound, grounded out, close game.
Miami's at home. Don't forget that. And I will say, I went through the first season of a new dynasty earlier today, part of my other page that I'm running, and finished that up today. And Miami beat Indiana in the semifinals and then beat Clemson in Miami for the national championship. So that might be a little foreshadowing for you boys. But 8.5, I feel like, is a big line, especially for the national championship, and 86% of the money being on Indiana. Ooh. It's going to be a close game regardless. I don't think it's going to be a Indiana and Oregon blowout. But, all right,
Who would have
boys.
thought, though, that Oregon would get blown out like that, though? No one really thought that.
Nobody would have thought that Alabama would have got blown out.
It's like this, if they win, this can go down as like one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant runs in a season.
Yeah.
Not only from the fact that they are Indiana and that they're one of the losingest or the losingest program.
One of the worst football programs in the country.
But for them to if they go 16-0, that's insane.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well,
But who do you have winning? Who do you have winning?
I'm gonna go with Miami plus 8.5, and hopefully they win.
Are you going to the game?
No, I'm not going to the game in Miami.
Oh, okay. Skip is coming to watch the game with me because I almost had 8 panic attacks watching the last one by myself. Okay, I thought
I'll
I
be
was
going
like,
to
dang, are
Nashville.
you? Oh, okay, I was like, dang, y'all are going to the game. That's gonna be cool though.
No, that would be cool. I mean, I would go if I had tickets, but I'm not about to spend $3,000 on the cheapest seats. So,
hey man, just make sure.
Yeah, peace.
Can I say? Can I give a $1 million radio song choice of the week?
yeah, buddy, go ahead, Mr. Viral.
I went ahead and released I didn't. I produced a song for Sophie Perez, and I composed it. She wrote the lyrics, and we were able to get it out. It's called Some Fuel. That was released, and that was really fun to work on. So it's been an exciting few weeks for me. I'm really enjoying the process. On an off note, I told myself coming into this year I was going to prioritize social media. I'd never done that before. I did not expect to get in the algorithm already. So,
Yeah,
we'll
less
see.
than 2 weeks into 2026. Go ahead and give us a live update on the numbers for your reel today.
Okay,
You posted
here
about
you go.
24 hours ago, I think.
Let me see. Yeah, I posted it 1 day ago, and it is we are at 86.3 thousand views, 6,429 likes.
Damn.
227 comments, 183 reposts, and 588 DMs. They've sent it to people. So
That's awesome, man.
and
That's
it's
awesome.
so low effort. I put in so much more effort into other things that just didn't ever do that. And this one was I literally drove to the mountains, and I look ridiculous. I have like a harness on, and it holds my phone. It takes a lot of guts. Well, for me it does. I'm not the most social, but for me, it takes a lot of guts because I'm like a tall guy. I'm standing out. I have a harness on and a guitar, and I have my audio interface connected to my phone, and sometimes I have the headphones on just to make sure everything's sounding good. And I feel ridiculous when like either a car will drive by or a car. Sometimes cars will come park next to like it's open to the public. Everyone's trying to enjoy the view, of course. But it's like a social thing I'm trying to get over. But it looks ridiculous from the other perspective. But
No,
hey,
I
it
get
works.
I get it, and it does work. And wish nothing but the best for you and Sophie Perez with the new song "Some Fuel." So go check that out on all streaming platforms. Sophie Perez, "Some Fuel." And ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here at midnight on this Monday night as the Texans defeat the Steelers, wrapping up the wild card weekend with the divisional round to come next weekend. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.